this is just the, I know I look crazy. I just woke up because I haven't slept since graduation. Um, don't mind my background, it's a mess. So I just took Nclex-RN on Friday, February 19th, 2021. I did the quick results and I found out that I passed on Sunday, February 21st at approximately 3:30 p.m. I used Uworld. Um, I listened to a few of the Mark uh, Clemic, however you say his last name. I listened to a few of his videos, especially on prioritization and delegation. They were really helpful. The exam shut off at 75 questions, and I was just a mess for 2 days trying to figure out if I passed or not. So I would definitely recommend Uworld. Um, what Uworld does is it shows you how to use the process of elimination when answering the questions, especially the select all that applies. I got like maybe 30 select all that applies out of 75 questions, and I made sure that I finished the Q bank before taking NCLEX, and I made sure to go over most of my incorrect questions. Um, with the NCLEX, a lot of the questions are similar to UWorld, and I've noticed that some of the questions, it seemed like the words were just like mixed around. So I just was like, I could have swore I just seen this question. Sorry, I'm drinking some wine. And this is just a random video, and I just woke up, so I know I look crazy. No makeup, no nothing. So anyway, Uworld will be the only, and I mean the only study guide that you need for NCLEX. I did a 3-day ATI live review when I graduated, and it was kind of helpful. But once I purchased Uworld, it was all that I needed and more. When I was done, I got a very high. I did my assessment, only got the one with one assessment, and I did the assessment, and it said that I had a very high chance of passing NCLEX. But still, you know, you never know. But that was a good feeling going into NCLEX that I had a very high chance of passing. NCLEX was very vague. I'm just going to put that out there and say that the UWorld questions were 10 times harder than NCLEX. So if you're scoring like in the 40s and the 50s, don't be discouraged. Trust me. Just make sure that you read the rationales for every correct answer and every incorrect answer. I know it might take you some time, but read them all. And especially the ones that you like really iffy on, write them down. I have 3 notebooks of information that I've written down. Um, and I just went back and read my notebooks to see. Make sure you know your lab values. Make sure you know those priority style questions because they hit hard on NCLEX. So what would you do first? Who would you assess first? You know, because to be honest, it's not always going to be airway, breathing, and circulation if the patient has a chronic issue. If the patient has COPD, which is a chronic issue, and his pulse ox reading is on 84%. Would you see that before you see the person that has bright red bleeding? You know, things like that. Well, no, because it's chronic, and they sit between 85 and 90 anyway. So really hit those priority style questions hard. I think UWorld has about 119 priority style questions by itself, because you know how you with UWorld you can go system by system. If you go into leadership and management and you click on what is it, prioritization, Really study those. It might be repetitive and you may get tired of seeing the same questions. I know I did. But seeing those same questions helped me, realize that what needs to be done first. And it definitely helped with NCLEX because all my select all that applies were priority style questions. Um, well, not all of them, but most of them. A lot of the questions on NCLEX became very familiar. So even if you're not 100% sure of the answer, you still have a slight clue of what might be the answer. So that's the good part. Um, but other than that, I'm sorry. I know this video is just random, but I've done. Sometimes I've done 50 practice questions. Sometimes I've done 25. Sometimes I did 5. Sometimes I did 10. You know, so it wasn't a lot every day, but I did make sure that I finished the Q Bank. I got noticed on February 1st of 2021. Here's your ATT, schedule your exam. I had an exam date for February 19th, and I was really kind of upset because I was like, all my friends already took their NCLEX, and I just wanted to hurry up and take mine. But look at God. I'm glad I didn't because a lot of things that came up on NCLEX, um, I would have never known if I didn't have that extra time to study. So definitely try to finish the Q Bank before you take NCLEX. And if you don't, that's okay too. You'll already have a good idea of how to answer the questions. It wasn't, NCLEX wasn't as bad as everybody, claim is so hard. It's not hard. The hardest part and the scariest part is not knowing what type of questions you're going to get. That's the hardest part. So, like I said, Uworld has every possible question that you can answer for NCLEX. So, if you can get through the Q Bank, whether your scores are high or low, as long as you're reading the rationales and as long as you're writing certain information down that you don't think that you're going to remember, do that. Um, and I think you'll be good. If you have any questions, put it in the comment box. Have a good day.